And welcome to another episode of These Ninja Podcast, episode 6, season 2. Y'all already know the vibes. Like always, we got Loso Smoke One, the regular co-host. And today we got a special guest. P90 The Rapper. Y'all already know what it is. Say what's up,
Big year. Welcome to the show, big bro.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Blessing
anytime.
us.
Yeah, so go ahead and introduce us our song that we about to listen to.
You about to listen to my first single off the Sins and Temptation album. This one is called The Sin Chaser.
You are now listening to the
I'm chasing your sins, I'm watching me evolve. I catch me a case, I watch him dissolve. I watch him dissolve. I watch him dissolve. I watch him dissolve. I watch him dissolve.
The space between negativity and positivity is thin. So what you do is up to you.
I'm chasing the block, I'm chasing a dream. I'm run with a Glock, I'm chasing with beams. I'm murdering your babies, I'm hearing the screams. You hearing the screech, and hope it's a dream. I'm full of the rocks, I'm selling the pops. I break up the fam, you raise them alone. The dope in the zone, it ringing along. The body can't fight it, I'm bringing them home. I bang with a flag, but that family ain't bad. Till they let me in the gym, it felt like a scam. I don't pick up the phone, cause all these niggas hoes. I'm sending alone to my skin and bones. Put the mask on, I'm sending alone. Put the mag in the heater, I'm blowing the hole. I'm tired of living, nigga, I'm tired of living, nigga, I'm coming home. Nigga, I'm coming home. Nigga, I'm counting on the good days, and I can't find out the right way. The people here don't have delays, and I hear everything that they say. But does God listen when I pray? The streets are begging me to come play. This place might just be my grave if I can't wash my sins away.
Yeah. So y'all already know that was the Sin Chaser. Y'all already know what it is. Single all out on all platforms, Spotify, Apple. You know what I mean. Wherever you get your music on, it's on. You know what I mean. So go ahead, P90 the Rapper. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Let them know our viewers and any of your fans who may not know about you a little bit about yourself. Let us know.
Well, first off, I'm from Connecticut. I like to tell people it's New York's little cousin because no one fucking knows where Connecticut is half the time. So
I feel you.
I'm from out there, north side, but I live in Florida now. I ain't gonna tell you where because all my fans, they might just bum rush me and shit and try, be ready.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but aside from being the best rapper in the world,
Ooh.
not Future, not
Talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit.
I hear you.
Let them know. Talk that
Beat
shit.
your chest.
I'm
Hey.
also a gamer and fucking anime enthusiast and everything, man. I'm just black excellence everywhere, bro. I podcast, I game, might go into streaming too. I write scripts for shows that I have not made yet. And
Okay.
I mean,
Future
there's
Ice
a lot of
Cube.
stuff in this brain right now, but yeah, that's me.
There's a lot of money in that brain. I hear you.
Oh, for sure.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so where can your fans find like your stuff? Like I mentioned, Spotify, and Apple Music is basically for your rapping. So how about you just mentioned a podcast? Where can people find your podcast for that? What is it called and where is it at?
Actually, just like y'all, they could find it on Anchor. It's called Get Your Nerd On with P90. They can find it on Spotify. They can find it on Apple Podcasts, any place where they listen to podcasts except for YouTube, because I don't got videos yet.
No videos yet? Okay.
They can find it everywhere else. Until I get videos, then they can find it on YouTube as well. But it's called Get Your Nerd On with P90. It used to be a duo thing, but now it's just me.
Okay. So basically, if the fans go and check your old episodes, they're gonna hear two people, but you're just giving us a heads up that
Yep,
this is a
exactly.
solo show now.
Yep.
And what do you talk about on there? Like, what is your main course? Because over here we just talk about smut and recklessness on current events and stuff like that. So what do
Yeah,
you
y'all
guys
some
Just
talk?
motherfucking
What do
demons
you
on
talk
this
about?
shit, bro. It's just be gaming and anime, and that's really the gaming, anime, and comics. I do like comic summaries at the end of it. I'll review any video game that I played every time I hop on the podcast. I'll review comics that I've read. I'll let people know what's the newest comics coming out. And then I just talk about myself as well. Like I do a whole segment where it's just called catching up with me, basically. And it's like the first 10-30 minutes. I just tell everybody what I did for the whole week and whatnot. Cause I live an interesting life for a nigga who supposedly stays in his house every day.
Hey, that's what's up.
All right.
So hold on. Let me, what's on your music side? Who's your inspiration? Like, what inspired you to put your music down? Because for the people that don't know, this is the guy that did the intro for season 1 on These Ninjas podcast. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, go check that out. Go check
Yes,
that out.
sir.
Keep it 100. Well, actually, it's keep it, but I don't want to be too cliche and be like, keep it 100 is the name of the song. So I was like, how about I drop the 100 and just say keep it? But my inspiration, damn, man, see, that's a deep question, man. You know, it goes all the way back to my inspiration, it is a long list though, but my biggest inspiration, I'll just have to easily say everyone in TDE, from Schoolboy Q mainly to other artists such as Absol, J-Rock, Isaiah Rashad, and Kendrick Lamar, and a bunch of those people. Early in life, though, it was really Eminem, Jeezy, and 50 Cent, because my brothers used to have like the 50 Cent CD. They used to have a Jeezy CD. I think it was 101 they had.
Thug Motivation.
Thug 101, yeah.
They had that shit. And I remember my other brother, he's actually from Georgia, and when he came down, we used to listen to like Soul Survivor all the time together. We used to listen to Crazy World when that shit came out. But yeah, so Jeezy and them, and then basically, like I said, like CT, the little cousin in New York to me. So 50 Cent was really booming over on our side of the map. So that was always a big thing. And allegedly there was a lot of people around me that was gangbanging and whatnot. So all the street music was the only thing that I heard growing up.
Quick question. Do you got a little bit of Mobb Deep influence? Because some of your beats, them grimy beats, kind of remind me of some Mobb Deep, like no cap.
Like Alchemist vibe.
Yeah, like them dark, old New York gritty beats, some fire beats. Because them shits be fire. If y'all not checked them out, check his catalog out.
Yeah, if you're able to say who is, I don't know if you're able to say who the producer of the beat is, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm
saying? As far as the first question, not necessarily. Those style of beats a little bit, but I wouldn't specifically attribute it to anything Mobb Deep related. I have listened to Mobb Deep before, but I've never been selectively inspired by specifically Mobb Deep. It was more of like when I was looking for these beats, most of the time it was just like hip hop. Like when I think of hip hop, I think of the music that I listened to when I grew up. So New York, East Coast type shit, like 50 Cent, Jay-Z, close to boom bap, but not all the way boom bap, like a little bit of gritty and it's weird how my brain works. But when I think of 50 Cent music, I think of gritty street. When I think of say Jay-Z or Royce the 5'9", although Royce the 5'9" isn't really East Coast, but still, I think
Midwest.
Of boom bap street.
More
so
like
everything
that Queens
2000
vibe.
and up though, because that's what I'm hearing based off of you. Like, I'm not trying to age discriminate, but you're saying like 2000 and up. You're not really talking about 90s.
Yeah, nah, not too much 90s. Because if I was talking 90s, I'd probably say nothing but boom bap. Because like when I listen to,
but when you growing up, was it boom bap was around? I'm not trying to expose your age or nothing, but I'm just trying to understand when you grew up, what was going around, what was hot.
The
You know what
easiest
I
thing
mean?
to way to answer that is Candy Shop was
Yeah.
one of the bigger songs when I started realizing the small pieces of music.
Okay,
Um,
got you.
I mean,
50 era,
yeah, I was
basically
You
born.
know,
ish.
honestly, what it reminds me of is like a mixture of all the Queens niggas, Mob Deep,
Mhm.
Nas,
Who wasn't
Melvin,
around for that?
Nori,
Yeah.
shit, that type of beats. That's I think what he's trying to get at. Like they
Yeah,
weren't
see,
boom bap, but they were greedy like early 2000s. Cause you gotta remember, Pharrell did Melvin Flint the Hustler shit,
mhm.
Super
Yeah.
Thug and shit like that. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's where that question of the Mob D came from, because of the gritty. It reminded me of like old Queens gritty beats, like old Queens rappers used to do that.
yeah. That's why I'm saying like it's those type of beats. Yes, I just wouldn't say. I know you were using that as an example, but I just wouldn't specifically. I wouldn't say Mob Deep was the only thing. It's just the type of beat
Right. Yeah, it
selection
was just an
that
example.
people
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that era use.
Yeah.
Yes. But as far as who produced it, off the top of my head, it was there are a bunch of YouTube beats. First off, it's a bunch of people who produce on YouTube, but if you look hard enough, you can really find the illest beats that you're looking for. And
Yeah.
PK Beats, Batman with a V, and damn, I'm sorry, I'm blinking on it, but I
That's
have all
cool.
their credits on Spotify. So if anybody wants to know who produced them, it is on Spotify with the credits. But their beats end up resonating with me at the time. Like when I found out what I was looking for, I found one beat and then it just went down like a rabbit hole of perfect beats. Like almost
Yeah.
every other beat was perfect. Like I made this album in a month and a half.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty quick. Yeah.
And that was your first album?
Yeah, that was I would call that my first real album. Like I made other albums and mixtapes, but this is my first studio album. And I say that because like at this point now, I have a small label that I'm starting. So this is my first album under my label. So yeah,
Your
my first
label?
studio
Okay.
album.
You
That
able
was
to
gonna
talk
be my
about your
next
label?
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my next question. Who are you signed under to? So there you go.
Well, it's more I'm signed to myself, luckily. Although I wouldn't mind a partner signing ship with someone who interests me, someone who's in my best interest to an extent, because no one's ever in your best interest.
So you're looking for a
your own
distribution, like a distribution deal, pretty much.
Yeah,
Is
it could
that
be a
what you
distribution
mean? Or are you
deal.
looking like a partner as in like somebody to co-run it with you? Or are you looking for, you know how like Juicy J went and signed like for a couple albums with Wiz Khalifa real quick. So
yeah,
he
it might
didn't
be
leave his
closer
label.
to
He
that.
just did a little, side hustle real quick.
Okay.
Think about it like this. So TDE is actually an independent label, right?
Okay.
But they're in a partnership deal with I don't remember off the top of my head. So when I say this, I just want the fans to know that this is just as an example, because I can't remember which company it is, but Interscope is basically their parent company for the partnership, but TDE is an independent label. Like Interscope
right.
doesn't really go in there and put their dick on the table and be like, yo, this is what y'all gotta do.
Yeah.
Instead, it's more like a partnership of funds, and maybe we get a small cut, but we ain't gonna run up in your room and tell you y'all have to drop. Y'all gotta put this many contract. You have to put this many albums out or whatever. That's
they
the
probably
type of thing
distribute
that
too.
They definitely distribute too. Absolutely.
So that's probably what the deal is. They probably just got a distribution deal with Interscope, the way like a lot of people got with like either Sony or Universal, like Cash Money. They got a distribution deal
Universal.
with Universal, but they're their own label. The Universal can't come and tell them to do anything. Literally, is their record label, but all Universal does is distribute the music, and that's it. And they get
like Shady Records is under Interscope, and Aftermath, and them has full control of his.
Yeah. That's all they do.
So basically, all you're really wanting is like creative control over all your content, and you have say so on what's going on with all your music and videos and stuff.
Yep, and anyone I bring in, like I got a producer that's in my camp technically, and I got one of my boys. He's not in my camp, but if he ever decided that he wanted to fully integrate in, which I gave him the opportunity whenever he feels comfortable with it, type of thing. I want to be able to have all them. They under me. They not under y'all. They under me when that happens. Like whenever I we run into that type of contract. So like that's. Other than that, if I can make all this shit by myself and don't need them, I'll take it. If none of them got anything that I'm looking for, because at the end of the day, there's just too much education out here for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go sign a bad deal. Like every other week, you're hearing about an artist that signs something bad. So more stuff that comes out,
them
that
360
I know exactly
deals,
what I'm looking for.
360 deals.
That's not what I'm trying to do, and I won't make any of my homies sign no 360s.
All right, so I got a question about your whole record label. So you say you signed to yourself. So like, let's say you go ahead and example, right? I'm an up and coming rapper, right? I'm trying to sign with you. Are you bringing to the table just your services as a label, or are you actively, like you said, looking for a side hustle? Are you actively also going to be our manager, like say my manager, example, like to get other deals going on, or is it just like, you know, a label thing only? Are you doing like label slash co, you know what I mean?
Are you trying to ask like if his artist can have multiple deals? Is that what you're trying to ask?
Well, in other words, not so much the artists with the multiple deals are like, are you helping the artist as in like you manage them also with it? Or are you just like, listen, I give you a deal, you do what you got to do, hit me up. Like what type of hands-on do you have with your artists whenever you do sign them? That's what I mean. For any future artists that want to be out there, you know, sound by
if it ever came to something like that, because right now I'm not actively looking for anybody because I have a small group and we're working on establishing, and I still got to finalize some other things. But if I was opening to, like, if I did sign someone, for example, I'm hands-on with whatever they need. If like if they want to do a show, we're gonna work on doing that. If I don't have my manager hired, I will work on doing that, getting you the best possible deal. I know a couple people who could help me out without having me like hire them as full-time manager to make sure it's done remotely right. And that's what I would do. Like, it wouldn't be like, all right, yeah, you just on my team, but you go figure everything else out and I'm just going to push your shit. And like, that's the only thing I'm going to do for you. Now, I want to provide like the best that I could possibly provide for anybody who decides to join my team, because it's a family over here in this shit. I mean, and also I take inspiration from TDE when it comes to this, and they're one of the biggest motherfuckers, like Top Dog and my man Punch. Shout out to Punch from TDE. They literally help their artists in every possible way. Of course, they have more funds, so they have other managers and shit too to help with other things, but they hands-on. They not just in the background all the way at the top of the building on the 20th floor where you can't even reach them. They be in the studio with their artists. They got a little bit of input when their artists make stuff. And that's what I would do for mine. Like, I wouldn't just be on the 28th floor and just be like, yeah, bro, go do your shit and learn yourself. Because this game is hard to navigate.
So basically what you say, like, you want your artist to feel like there's somebody and you don't want to take advantage of them. You want to develop the brand. And basically, if you're developing them, you're helping out yourself at the same time. Is that what you're like? That's what you're saying? Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, that's how I think of work, man. It's like if you invest in your fucking cashiers and your shift managers and shit, your work is gonna be 10 times better. Your entire store is gonna run better. And that's something that a lot of people don't do. They invest in them for like the first quarter and then they fuck them. That's it. And that's not what this goal is over here.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That definitely is. So, you know, one thing about me, because, you know, we just started this whole segment and it's all new to us. But, you know, since I started something random on our last, podcast with our special guests, I like to do random questions. My bad, Nori and DJ F, and I'm taking one of y'all things real quick. We're gonna do random fire. We gonna just randomly shoot, pew pew off the top of my head. I'm gonna give you about like 2-3 questions. I mean, my co-hosts want to, sit back, think for a couple questions, and they want to continue hit you with some rapid fire questions. Go ahead, you know what I mean? So I just want to highlight that you say you got a podcast going and you talk about anime, you talk about comics, and what else you talk about?
Anime, comics, video games.
Anime, comics, video game. So I just want to let the listeners know. So if our these random questions are basically customized based for the person and our guests and everything. So we're gonna do just random spitfire, like top 3 anime that you like, not even that you think is the greatest of all time, personal favorite, not even in the order or nothing, just 3 that comes to the top of the list for you.
I bet Ghost in the Shell. That's always out at the top of my brain. One of the best anime in the entire fucking world.
Okay, go ahead and name it if you got to.
Matter of fact, I gotta name that because I got my major statue right here at all times. This is my
He's serious. Serious about that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Fucking. Let's see. Another favorite one. Is Madoka Magica. Listen, people might look at that and be like, "Yo, that's a sweet girly anime." Now that shit's dark, bro. That shit's dark. Love that shit. And then Cowboy Bebop.
Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, bro. Fucking classic, man.
What'd you say your second one was?
Madoka Magica. It's a magical girl anime, but it's like a real dark magical girl anime, inspired by like Sailor Moon and shit.
Yeah.
Like
okay, sorry, I've seen Sailor Moon. Okay. I might have to check that out.
Madoka.
I was more
anime, Dragon Ball.
Good.
I was more.
That's like everybody's go-to though.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball. I think it's everybody's.
Venus was my favorite. I ain't no cap. Venus was my favorite.
I'm actually rewatching that shit right now. I'm not gonna lie. That shit, I love that shit. Although Sailor Moon is useless as fuck right now. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot how useless she was, bro. I'm rewatching. I'm like, yo, wait. She just keeps crying. All her friends are beating everybody for her. What is wrong? How can she beat Goku with this shit?
All right, so we gonna get it popping to the next question. You ready for this? Yeah, and we gonna go to the next topic. And real quick, I'm gonna go. You gotta do it real quick. You ready for this? DC Comics or Marvel? Come
DC
on,
Comics.
Facts.
Okay. Okay. Look, I'm kind of shocked that you said that. I'm just not personally wise.
I just didn't say something.
Cliche is Marvel, but continue.
I love DC Comics to death. Literally my absolute favorite. Because all my I have 10 favorite superheroes over there, but the X-Men are probably like one of the biggest reasons I even like Marvel to begin with. It's the X-Men and Spider-Man universe. Anything outside of those 2 things is like, I like them, but they're not my favorite. So that's why I just go straight to DC if you ask me a question without even a second thought.
DC. Okay, side question from that is, who's your favorite DC? I'm Batman all the way.
I'm not gonna say
nobody better than Batman.
Everyone knows Batman. Yeah, all right, if you don't know me, Batman is my absolute favorite. There's no one that's better than him. But I take him out my list for everyone who knows me. And my next favorite it's a tie between Batwoman and Jessica Cruz Green Lantern, because I love Kate Kane Batwoman. She is literally, when I take Batman out of the equation, she's my absolute favorite. But then Jessica Cruz Green Lantern is one of my favorites as well, because she's super relatable. First Green Lantern with anxiety that still got a Green Lantern ring. And that shit is relatable as fuck to me, because niggas got anxiety and shit. And to see someone who suffers as bad as she does still get a Green Lantern ring means a lot as a comic book reader. So if we're taking out Batman, it's Jessica Cruz and Batwoman tie.
I'm surprised you didn't say Damon Wayne.
Nah, I love the kid, but he's top 35 for me.
Oh my God.
35.
See, we had this argument at work one day, and I was like, so who would be the best Robin? And it's actually Damon, because Damon's a killer. He don't give a damn.
That's not a good Robin, though. That's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, a hero, superhero don't do that.
He just don't give a damn. He'll take you out.
Smoke
like,
ones
he
with the
scuffed up.
bullshit.
better than
He
that, bro.
scuffed up. He scuffed up Dick Grayson. He scuffed him up as a kid.
He might be
Like,
your
come on.
favorite. Come
Listen,
on, man. But no pause.
But Dick Grayson would
is-
have beat
Grayson
his
is-
ass if he wasn't basically his brother. Because Bruce adopted all of them at the end of the day, so all the niggas is family. But if that wasn't his brother, Dick Grayson would have beat that nigga ass, bro. That 11-year-old boy would have been stomped into the ground. I don't care how much of a League of Assassin he is. I don't care who his granddaddy is. Fuck Ray Shao Rule.
Hey,
Listen,
you right? You right.
all I know is all these comic books, whether it's Marvel or DC, all these cities are basically replicas of the king of the whole world, New York City. Y'all already know what it is. Look at that Knicks hat. Y'all already know what it is. New York.
I mean, look at Marvel.
Smallville in New York. Smallville in New York.
Where he go to Metropolis? What Metropolis looking like?
Metropolis is just New York
Come
without
on,
the crime.
man.
He graduated there, but he wasn't like Bruce Wayne, born in the city.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know
But
what
the
I'm
show
saying?
is based. You know what I mean? That's his past, but the actual comics and everything is
fact.
present tense.
Gotham City is actually based on Chicago.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Yes,
this
that's
nerd
right.
here correcting
Yes, that's
me over
true.
here.
That's true.
I don't
That's
read
true.
comic books. I
That's
just want
true.
to make sure everybody understand that. I do not know nothing about comic books. If it wasn't some type of animated series, I don't know nothing about it. So I did
It's okay
grow
because I
up in
still
the
call
90s
it New
watching
York.
a lot of them. So
Exactly.
So I got a question. Who's your sleeper character in the DC world?
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
good side.
Well,
Booster Gold. Booster Gold is
mhm.
fucking one of the
Heard of
coolest
this.
characters that a lot of people don't really know of or fuck with because like he's a guy from the future who lost all his fame because he all right, so he was I'm fucking nerding out, all right?
Yeah, nerd out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you,
This is-
bro.
So,
Bro, you're the
Booster
guest.
Gold-
Let us know,
Booster-
man.
Got you. Booster Gold is he's a famous football player from the future, right? He has scholarships and everything. He was about to be the biggest motherfucker out there from his century. But he was rushing it and he didn't get the bag yet. He was gonna get the bag, but he wanted the bag sooner. And his dad had a gambling problem. So you know what happened? He had a gambling problem. He started betting on his own games. And then the leagues found out and everything. And he lost all his scholarships and ended up becoming a janitor for a superhero museum. So he stole all the superhero equipment, went back in time, and was like, I'm gonna be the illest superhero ever and get sponsorships being a superhero. And like, I just think that's a real cool concept because it's a dude dealing with failure, trying to be the best person that he could be. And like that's why he's one of my favorite sleepers. Although I got two, I always got two. I'm a fucking nerd.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's
That's
another
you.
one. Renee Montoya, she's the question. So there was this dude originally.
Yo,
the
we got a
question.
cousin with my last name Montoya. But go
Montoya?
ahead, continue.
Badass, automatically badass. So Renee Montoya, she took on the mantle of the question after I think his name was Vic, was the original question. And like she was just great. She was one of the most badass detectives in DC, in my opinion, because she was originally a cop. And the DC cops get the fuck down because some of them is corrupt and some of them really like doing their job and they just get down when they do that shit. She's just really, really cool. And to certain people in the comic community, she's also like super iconic to them because she was one of the, in the comic book, she was outed for being a lesbian. And like the way they wrote it was just written so fucking well that it was easily relatable for people of that community and shit like that. And I fuck with the way that they wrote that for them. And on top of that, she's just a fucking badass. And like she has this, do any of y'all know who Rorschach is? Y'all ever watch the Watchmen movies?
Yeah.
Watchmen.
Right, so
yeah.
He has like a mask like that, except for it's just blank. It's just a nude mask. And there's nothing on it, and I just like it. Like she just blank face as fuck when she does her jobs. Like it's like the Schoolboy Q song, blank face, and then she just be out on that shit.
Hey, Schoolboy Q, that nigga though. My favorite TDE though. I just want to mention that out. My favorite.
That's
I'm sorry.
number
Over
one.
Kendrick, I know this
Schoolboy's that
blasphemy.
shit.
Schoolboy Q is my favorite. I'm gonna call it right now, yo.
Oh God.
Schoolboy is one of my favorite TDs though.
All right,
Bro, that's the GOAT.
So
Hey,
then
wait,
after,
actually, sorry.
Go ahead.
We said Schoolboy.
sorry.
Make
sorry.
sure your
Go ahead.
motherfuckers listen to Soccer Dad by Schoolboy Q. It's soccer with 2 C's. Cause Chris. But yeah, go bump that joint, yo. That's the homie over there, man.
You already know, man. I'm trying to tell you, TDE, bro. Look at the little Brody, man. I'm trying to tell you, pay attention to the homie. Look at his music. Hey, he TDE material, man. Check him out.
Also,
check him
shout out to Isaiah Rashad. He from the 423. That's where we
from
at.
where they from. That's where
Yeah.
they from. Go
Just
ahead.
because y'all said cuz name too, bro. I got Isaiah hoodie on right
Look
now.
at that. Look at that.
Hey.
When the
I
y'all
was
local
at
legends.
the Sunny tour. That shit
Yeah, I was
lit, bro.
down.
He came out here, bro.
I was down here when they painted one of his murals and shit. Like I got that shit, you know what I'm saying, on footage. That shit was dope.
One of
Yeah,
y'all
man, fuck all
local
them
legends
niggas
over
online
there.
who was trying to fuck with my boy, bro. On God, that shit was fucked up. But I'm happy my boy came back on Coachella, rocked the set. Everybody was screaming and shit. And them numbers went the fuck up, boy.
I mean, hey, well, he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? They personal life,
Exactly,
they personal
man.
life at the end of the day.
Now, I just want to see that, you know, a local legend like y'all have reach somebody, you know, who grew up in Connecticut and heard about this nigga. So you know what I mean? That lets y'all know that, you know, he ain't so local as y'all think.
Because I actually heard of Isaiah before he was signed and shit. A lot of his old shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his old shit is fire.
He's got a very different sound. I like his sound because like it's rap. It's just unique the way he uses his voice.
He got a soulful, like hippie type vibe, like his old shit.
Yeah,
like some of the shit he recorded in the projects that shut down. I've been there. You know, I actually been there when they were open. I've had homies out there, so I'm saying, real. You know what I'm saying? The shit real.
Oh yeah.
That bridge in one of his videos. You know what I'm saying? We go to that bridge all the time. Like put a lot of monumental shit on there that a lot of people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You know out here.
For real.
Go stream that. The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad, man. I'm sorry
Hey,
I keep shouting out these TD niggas, but those
that is
a
fire album,
I love
though.
them.
It's your time. Whoever you want to shout out, go ahead and shout out to whoever you want. This is P90's episode. Y'all already know how we are with our guests. They basically take over this whole show. They want to do whatever they want to do, talk about whatever they want. They're going to talk about it. Facts. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got a question for you.
Go ahead. Before I continue with my Spitfire, go ahead.
What a Spitfire? Yeah, I'm just because this is real messy, and you know, a lot of comic book head, anime heads. I want to know.
Oh,
go ahead.
Goku versus Superman.
I fucking do it, cat.
Man, don't do this.
I got you.
Team anime all day. Oh,
I got to.
Yeah, because I got one next that's gonna get the both of y'all.
Listen, y'all gonna be mad at me, and I
don't God,
I'm an anime fan, so you better tread lightly.
Yeah, don't do it.
Goku don't got magic, so Superman gonna beat his ass the first round. But if they do a round joint, Superman losing every round after the first round. But Superman will beat Goku ass the first round, and I say that because Goku gets stronger after every time he loses, and he ain't never lost a nigga twice.
Even Ultra Instinct, all he got to do is destroy the sun, and he can teleport.
So hold on, which Goku are we talking about?
No, somebody whose power comes from the sun, as opposed to somebody whose original power, like Goku, comes from within. Because somebody's relying on the sun. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and not only that, you got to remember,
he could destroy his son. He could destroy
Goku.
His
son. He has
but only that though.
Okay.
But Goku can also teleport to Krypton, grab his ass up, teleport his ass, and dump him. You know what I'm saying?
It don't exist. Technically, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, he doesn't know of it. But if he knew of it, it could be over. But listen, Goku is too nice for that. Like Goku will want to fight that nigga.
I don't want to say nice. He's not nice. He loves the challenge.
He's
always giving people
not nice. He's honorable.
He wants. Come on, bro. Who else as a parent will literally see his son half beaten by this motherfucking bad guy, right? And then gives unlimited power to the bad guy, and then leaves his son crippled. That you got it,
here, take this sensu beam, my nigga. Man. You Gucci.
Yo, that shit had me
Come
crying,
on, bro. Come on. No. All I'm saying though. But yeah,
he could have won that against Cell. He could have won that.
He still did.
He really could have won that.
He gave him Sesame, one arm broken. The nigga still did the father-son command, man. Come on, nigga, like chill.
Nah, that was go shit though. Eventually,
Man.
That
But,
last
you
time
know,
you also
Gohan
gotta
was
remember-
strong.
You also
Also,
gotta
Cell's
remember
my favorite
Goku
arc.
didn't raise that nigga neither.
Wait. We're not going to skip over that. Hold on. You just say Cell is your favorite.
That's my favorite arc. The Cell Saga.
Oh.
Just
I
my
thought it was
favorite
your
arc.
favorite. Like,
Really?
No, Kid Buu.
Boo's
Kid
saga is
Buu,
my favorite
Buu
saga.
was
Oh,
it.
I mean,
over
really,
the good
just-
guys? Your favorite
just Buu.
character is Boo?
Boo in general, because there's just so many cool variations. Yeah,
Yes.
Boo is
Kid-
absolutely my
Buu.
favorite. If I had to
Kid
pick a
Buu.
good guy, it's definitely gonna be
If
Piccolo.
you making me pick one of
Piccolo,
his sides
yeah.
to be a fan of, there's only one side of him that I'm a big fan of, and that's
Vegeta.
Oob.
Oh, you thought, oh,
No,
yeah,
if one
Oob.
of the sides of
last-
him,
Yeah, when
The
he turned
last-
into a
else,
human,
man, fuck
whatever.
that shit, man.
Yeah.
Nah, chill. I don't give a fuck. Kid Boo, Bibbidi Boppity Boo, man, fuck
I
all
like
that.
that.
Betty Boo.
Hey, nah, Kid Buu was a
Tell him.
beast. Kid Buu
Yeah,
was
he
that
was.
nigga,
He
dude.
was.
Yeah,
No,
he
that
was.
nigga
I
was
ain't
just
gonna lie.
fucking shit up.
Kid Buu did not care about nothing.
Nigga, that's who I want in my whip. That nigga Mad Max from Shotters, bro. Smoke,
Yeah,
smoke.
Mad Max. That's my dog.
Yeah, bro.
Grab the weed, leave the money.
He can't give no fucks, bro.
What?
Like, I don't need
Grab the
that.
weed, leave the money.
All right. So I'm gonna continue these little questions unless y'all got a little question. You want to go from anime or
Yeah, I got a
Nah,
quick
go ahead.
anime question.
Go
I
ahead,
got
let's
one.
do
I got a
this.
quick.
Dude,
We still
How do you feel about the whole One Punch versus Goku?
Bruh,
I think I haven't watched
wait,
One Punch Man, but
before he even explains it, you got to pick one. You can't give an explanation. We're not saying who's better, one or the other. I mean, right?
oh,
You
who's
gotta
better? Goku's better.
Okay, and then give your
Facts.
explanation. Go ahead.
I've never
You
watched
think he can
One Punch
withstand a
Man.
one punch?
I mean, from what people say about the anime and from the clips
Wait,
that
you
I've
never
seen,
watched it?
no, I tell you all the bro, I don't want to watch it because of the fact that it just seems like I know it's a parody of superheroes and it's like an enjoyable thing, but that's not what I'm like. I'm not interested in that. If they told me it was like a serious ass anime and they didn't really make it as a parody, then like I'd fuck with it. But
See, I've
because like I
never
get it, he's
watched
just
it
looking for
either.
a challenge and shit, and I respect that aspect of it. But I don't
Yeah.
find that fun. Like I need these niggas to struggle. Like I like Black
Yeah.
Clover, nigga.
Yeah.
Asta, I
Oh,
need somebody
that's
to
a
make
good
me
one.
relate
That's a
like
good one.
my nigga Asta,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I've
but
never
to
watched
me,
One Punch
One
because
Punch
of that
Man,
same.
One Punch Man is an oxymoron for the simple fact, like Jumbo
Yeah,
Shrimp.
he is a double
It
negative.
looks like it's some craziness, but if you really look at his power level, he's not really stronger than any like Goku. Listen, I think at this point we could base it on the same level as Naruto. Like, and I'm not trying to disrespect Naruto. I'm not trying to call them weak.
Tripping?
But I feel like
Oh.
from the bottom of my heart, without excluding tops 3 characters, nobody can really destroy the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. Everybody else, I give them their skills, whatever you want to say, cool, give them that, this, that, and the third. But excluding like maybe 3 characters, they can't really destroy a planet. And we're talking about Goku levels like the God of Destruction is just blink of an eye, half a planet, like it ain't nothing. So that's what I'm saying. There's a different context.
that's valid.
of power
Nigga,
level.
in Naruto, they
all.
got people that can destroy planets. And Naruto, stop playing,
Again,
bro. You capping.
excluding
Goku-
about 3 characters. Not
Without
everybody
struggling.
else can do that. And
Without
that's
struggling.
the problem on that. You can do that. You look, put
There's
that
more
same
than 3
rule.
characters,
Put
though,
that
bro.
same rule on Dragon Ball. Remove only 3 characters, and there's still other characters that can destroy a planet.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying off of that part.
I mean,
You
just
can
like
in
the
Naruto
ideas.
too.
I
Naruto
mean, they
does
just-
too.
They destroy
All right,
mad
think-
planets
correct
in
me if
Dragon
I'm
Ball.
wrong.
Like that's
Yeah,
literally the
think-
plot of the show. Everybody's
think-
planet just keep getting destroyed by niggas in
Low.
Dragon Ball.
Low, think about that. Even in base form as a kid, Goku could have destroyed the planet with Kamehameha. Like Master Roshi destroyed
Roshi
the
could've
moon.
did it.
He
Yeah.
destroyed the moon.
Well, I
So
understand
he could have
that.
done it as a kid.
But don't shit on Naruto, though, nigga. Like,
I'm
y'all
not trying to
tripping.
shit. Look. They got great scenes, cinematography. I mean, I'm not a hater of it. I like Naruto. I say Naruto just to piss off Loso. Naruto way better than like Boruto. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really watched too much of Boruto. But
It's
I
slow.
love Naruto. Like, don't get me wrong. They're a great anime. But I'm just looking at the level of power that they have compared to other people. And
I
that's
mean,
all
their
I'm saying.
power.
That's
They had to pretty much do the Vegeta thing. They had to train to get their power.
bro, they're the coolest. They look like gang members over here, like ting, ting,
Yeah,
ting, ting. Like I'm not
Hey.
disrespecting them. I'm just saying that the
Well,
power level is.
To be fair, if you're doing power level comparing,
Go ahead.
no
go
one
ahead.
in Naruto can really stand up to the Dragon Ball verse because no one in Naruto has infinite amount of power. Even what's her name? Kaguya or I can't
Kaguya.
remember. Kaguya.
Yeah.
I think even she has a
That I
limit
will
of power.
agree.
Like she
Yeah, I
is
will agree
the
on that.
source, but like she could run out. There you can make a case that she could run out of chakra.
Yeah.
But no
Yeah,
one
that's the
in
only- You
Dragon
telling me
Ball
she can't
runs
beat
out of
Yamcha?
Kai.
Come on, man. You telling
Oh,
me she
she'll
can't
kill
beat
Yamcha.
No,
crazy.
I don't think so. No, she
Wait.
wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. That's
Yo, you know I
hold
gotta
up.
bring Yamcha into the
Yo,
conversation.
yo, because
Well,
I mean,
Don't do that.
this.
Don't do
we can
that.
take
Don't
no.
do that.
We about
Don't
to
do
flip it
that.
just for a second. That's just like
She'll
going back
put
to
that nigga in a
the whole
cocoon,
DC.
nigga, and put him to sleep eternally. That's how stupid that
I
nigga
mean,
is.
no, let's just like
Yeah,
saying, hold
Yeah.
up. That's just like putting the characters in the DC universe. Let's like say like everybody here says Batman is one of their favorite. Batman wouldn't beat Mr. Satan. He couldn't beat Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan would beat the shit out of Batman.
Okay, on the
Listen,
first,
he
I'll
couldn't
give
even
you
be.
like
He wouldn't even be able to
P90
beat
said. Hold
Sasuke,
on,
nigga.
Like P90
No.
said, the first
Yeah.
round, I honestly will say, okay, cool. But Batman is one of them niggas that's, man, he'll
Because
study
he's a
you.
I mean,
tactician.
and he gonna
That's
know
the
you.
thing.
Yeah.
He's the only nigga to beat everybody in the Justice League at least twice. Come on,
If
man.
you let
but
him
you gotta
live,
think about that.
he's a threat.
Yeah.
If you don't kill him on your first fight,
He's the
he gonna
first
whip
one
your
you
ass.
kill.
It's
He's
just
the
the truth. That's the way he's written.
tactician.
I mean,
He's
that's
a
the
tactician.
that's what I always
get
said.
back nigga. He about revenge. He on that get back shit.
That's
Bro, he's
that's
the
what I
only
always
one that's
said.
a regular person. That's a millionaire.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He a
He's still
better than
regular
Iron Man.
person. Huh?
That's the only dude that Darkseid
He
respect.
better than Iron Man? You said thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Yeah.
he's way better than
Yeah.
Iron
Because
Man.
everybody
Yes.
likes to compare them because they're
Yeah.
billionaires, but it's
Yo,
like
Batman the
Batman's
king.
better.
Man,
Like,
fuck
Batman's
that.
better.
I mean, John Starks may have more guap, but nah, I'm fucking with Batman.
yeah, bro.
But nah,
Yeah,
I'm
they-
going
it's like
I mean,
Batman.
Tony
Like,
Starks. My
fuck.
bad.
Tony
Tony
Stark.
Yeah, I
Stark.
like
He's
John.
like, John.
It's
Oh,
it's
bad,
okay.
my bad.
I was gonna let it
That's
slide.
What?
Hey,
You shouldn't
I'm
have. I
on-
would have roasted his ass.
I'm on the thing right now. Shut up.
That
nigga.
man, a
I'm on-
New York style. New York style.
Bring a Shane to New York, nigga. Chill.
Oh, so Joey, what's your last rapid fire? What's your last couple rapid fire?
Well, I had a shitload of questions right here, and it's gonna be
Go
fast.
ahead.
So you gotta say yes or no with these who you want, okay? So we're gonna go with this. Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj.
Ooh.
Fuck. Oh my
You ain't gotta
Ooh,
explain it. You ain't
shit.
even gotta explain it. Just go ahead.
Ooh.
I hope you go with my pick. I hope you go with my pick.
Woo-hoo.
I
Why you
already
do that
know.
to me, bro?
I already
Woo.
know.
Come on, man. You don't like it spicy. Come on, man.
All right, fine.
That
Wait,
hesitation
what's
is
this
weird.
question? Is this my preference,
What,
Yeah,
or
whatever
is
it's
it
all
who I
you.
think is better?
What,
It's your
just
preference.
like on Drink Champs, whatever you want. It's whatever you
Whatever
want it to
you
be.
I'm going with Nikki. I'm going with Nikki.
Go, Nikki.
Oh
Okay.
my
Ooh.
god.
I love
I thought
Missy.
he was gonna go with Missy, to be honest.
Ooh,
That
that's
I was leaning to it,
blasphemous.
but I'm going with Nikki.
Nike,
Mm.
Adidas,
Nike,
No.
Nas, Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Wu-Tang,
I can see
Okay.
that.
Midwest,
Beat
down
wise, beat
south,
wise.
hip hop.
Midwest or down south,
Yes, hip hop.
south.
All time. South? Okay.
Yep.
You know,
Yup.
You
it's
said West
all
West.
right.
That's a different
For a
story.
pimp.
Huh?
I said if you said West West, that's a different story.
Okay.
West versus East. How about that?
I
West
know I'm from the
versus
East,
East.
but it's West. It's West Coast, bro.
Oh,
That was
I know-
just in my
I know what I said at the top
Oh.
of the show, but
Talk your
bro,
shit.
Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
Dre, all
Yes.
them West Coast niggas. There's that, and then
Listen, I've been
People I
trying
know-
to tell this nigga West
Pacific
Coast
gangbangers.
90s,
So like
90s
you know
West
they grew up with
Coast.
that. That's all I heard. I love the West Coast. Yes, 90s West Coast too. Like
Mm-hmm. But
East had it on
Oh
lock,
my
but the West Coast has my
God.
absolute favorites. Like at the end of the day, I could compile a list of my favorite West Coasts from when I started listening to music to now, and it's gonna outweigh the East
Mhm.
Coast. I ain't gonna front.
I'll say I already know.
I made Lo sleep.
Yeah, he
Yo, no, he didn't
I'm still
leave.
here.
He agrees
my
with you,
screen.
because that's the crazy thing. Look, I like to call out his fakeness because for the fans, I just want to say he's born in Colombia, spent time in New York. I'll give him, I'll be nice. I give him 5 years, right? He spent 5 years in New York. Bullshit.
Fuck you, nigga.
And then he moved to Tennessee for the rest of his life, right? So
5 years, my ass. You capping?
No, listen. When I hear, I'm just giving you his base, right? So when I hear a nigga like him say that the West Coast music is the best music ever, okay, that's what he claims. And if I'm wrong, go ahead, correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
West Coast is the best music in your opinion?
Nah, I said I like West Coast 90s better than East Coast 90s.
Okay, so that's
because of the storytelling. Because of the storytelling. I told you that.
Like, what are you crazy? So it just, to me, that's crazy.
P90 the storytelling of the West Coast is something different, bro.
I'll let y'all geek out unless he wants to get his screen fixed. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fixing my screen. Hold on.
They just went through shit. That music just hit a little different. I'm not saying we ain't go through shit on the East, but the shit that the West had to endure, it was just hitting way differently.
Yeah. So, God.
So we're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up Double Bell real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he basically saying is that he preferred, and that's cool. I know you're getting your sound getting situated yet. I don't hear you yet. But he's talking about that he prefers West Coast music over East Coast. There's P90 The Rapper. He locally from Connecticut, but he lives in Florida. Know what I mean? And he going with the West Coast music.
I mean, there's certain artists and there's certain vibes that you get with the West Coast that it's hard to obtain with the East Coast. Like, it's hard to find a good East Coast beat to make you feel like dropping the top with your pitch and hitting down the boulevard.
That's very true. Anything on the East Coast make me want to hit a lick.
Yeah, I mean,
rob a nigga real quick.
Yeah, bro.
Real quick.
That's all we really
we got vibing music too. Come on.
I mean, we got club music, and then we got hitting the lick.
We do, but not as much.
I'm not saying you don't, but what West Coast swing can you think of off the top of your head that make you want to jump up in your SL, drop the top?
Come on, Big Pimpin' with UGK. That's technically 99, 98. So that is 90s hip hop. Come on, man. You said one. I gave you one.
That's technically a Southern song considered two.
Oh, no, the beat was produced by Pharrell.
Which is down south.
Get in my car.
He's from Virginia.
You want to count it, I guess.
I'll drop my top to get in my car.
Let me give y'all a little lesson on that. And Pimp was such against Big Pimpin' that he only gave 8 bars.
Yeah, he didn't want it.
He only gave 8 bars because he was so against it, and that was the most 8 iconic bars throughout the whole song. Like,
well, that's your opinion. Most iconic. I mean, it is up there in history. I ain't gonna say most.
Yes, it is.
I give it the respect it gives it, but I ain't gonna. My opinion. That's my opinion.
Nigga, you ain't arguing with a whole Venger right now.
I mean,
if you go to another country and play Big Pimpin', they won't even know American. They won't
smoking out, pulling up, keep a leader in my cup.
They know that part. They don't.
I get that. My opinion is no, but you know what I mean. Teach their own. You know what I mean.
But I mean, so give me your East Coast. Give me your top 5 East Coast bangers to ride with your shorty.
Well, I mean, you put me on the spot. I can only come up with one off the top of my head, but you know what I mean.
Candy Shop is one.
Window
Shopper is one.
Nah,
hey, I'm riding Window Shopper.
I mean, I can think of Styles P. I get high all the time. I mean, that's a chill, relax vibe about music. I mean, you got to give me time. I got to do my research and all that. I mean, be disrespectful.
Shorty in the whip,
huh?
That you gonna ride when your shorty get in?
Hey, if she ain't with the vibe, then I mean that's the type of dude I am. You know what I mean?
I think if you put I'm gonna need a ride or die chick.
I mean, you can put that. I mean, I'm not saying no, but you know what I mean.
You could throw in one of them Jay-Z and Mariah Carey's. It's the thing that you do that make me feel,
Nah, if you're talking about duos like that Jay-Z and that Maya, come on, Best of Me.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
can ride with
The
some
best of
Busta
me.
now. You
The
throw
best of
Busta
me.
Down
on
on
the
the
ride.
Blue Kicks, how
that's
does
what I'm asking.
it's the Willie Bicycle Sense of Wood Six High School
But
crossover.
I'm asking you,
Yo,
but I got a question. What New York banger do you got that's going to compete with Beautiful? I just want you to know.
hold on. The nigga who made the beat was from Virginia. So no. We talk about classic, old school West Coast. That I mean,
Nigga,
yeah,
I throw
that's
on
just
Dr.
me.
Dre's
I got-
first album.
no,
I throw that
so-
Chronic
I
on.
don't like
nigga
West
can
Coast
ride.
You don't even have to do that. Summertime in the LBC.
Yeah.
Summertime in the LBC is a
I don't like
ride
it.
song.
I don't like it.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Oh, nah, chill.
I mean, regulators is the whole.
I give you
Yes.
that one. I give you. I like that song.
Dr. Dre's Let Me Ride.
I give you
Let
that one.
me
Warren
ride.
G.
Everybody.
Regulators is a whole vibe, bro.
Warren G. I give you that one. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not
Today
gonna
was
lie.
a good day. Today was a
Today
good
was a
day.
good day. It's always awesome.
Yeah, everybody knows it. Everybody.
All right, so P90, what's some since you said West Coast, we're gonna keep it there. What is a couple of either artists or songs that stands out to you as West Coast music? The reason why you chose West Coast,
Ooh.
Damn.
or
I'm
is
gonna
it
do
because of
songs 'cause it's a little
TDE?
harder.
It's all
Um,
TDE. I mean, I'll tell you, man, that boy K Dot, he's an animal, man. He's
I
an
mean,
animal. I
TDE
give you
as
that.
far as artists, yeah, but like songs, it'd be just about anything from Snoop. Well, we can say Drop It Like It's Hot. Fucking Man of the Year by Q.
Sexual seduction.
Hey, Snoop killed it.
Sexual seduction.
Hey,
Yo,
but I ain't
that
gonna
shit
lie
is a
though. Like my
classic.
cousin Loso, I will admit my favorite Snoop Dogg album all time is Doggy Style. I mean that shit
Doggy
is
Style is the
crazy.
best.
So I will
Ain't
give
The
you
no
that.
best.
I love those videos. They feel so old, but it's cool.
Ain't no fun. The homie can't have I mean, you gotta think about it.
Hey, that's I'm telling you, bro. That's a whole vibe.
Bruh,
I'm telling
there's just so much on the West Coast, it's hard to compete. I mean, what was that? What was it? You wouldn't get far.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but that shit.
Didn't 50 do
Hey,
that? Didn't
That's
50
good.
remake that beat? No,
That's
I'm saying
good.
just the beat. Like, didn't he redo
He
it like that
sampled
beat
the
too? He sampled it, right?
You can't. It doesn't
Wouldn't
matter
get
if you remix
far.
if the regular beat was from something else. I mean,
It was
that's
either
wild.
50 or
your
like
remix,
somebody from Dipset. It might have been
your
Cam
remix
or them.
doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that
tell you
beat
what.
is fire though. I ain't gonna lie, that beat is
I'm
fire.
gonna tell you what's the slap on the East Coast. The slap for your shorty is that, hey ma, what's up?
Hey.
Nah, it's that joint with DMX off his first album.
The
How to
Game
Get Down.
sampled it. It was the Game featuring Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was that beat. Wouldn't get far. Yeah, that was the beat that I heard. That's what I think about when I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that hey ma was set it off. That was definitely a set off.
Yeah.
How You Get Down by DMX. That was one.
Oh yeah, that's
God, I
definitely
love DMX.
that.
Rest in
The
peace.
type of game to be in plays probably going down. If it's on till it's on, then I got to know
I'm
now.
still go down.
Nigga trying to give me
I think Game Man Music songs is the best songs from DMX storytelling, bro.
Really, why you talking that? And really, why you talking that? What the bitch want from a nigga?
Ooh, with the Cisco. Yo.
Somebody let me know.
All right, so what else you got, Joe?
No, I mean, I ain't got much no more. This is technically the end of this first segment. Real quick, we're gonna take a quick little break. Now I mean, get our snacks, take a little bathroom break, whatever everybody got to do. And we gonna come right back to current events. You already know part 2. We gonna be wilding out on these crazy stuff. I don't want to give y'all no sneak peeks or nothing, but you know what I mean. And by the way, while you on break, go ahead and check out the homie P90 The Rapper. He gonna have a little song for us in the break, know what I mean? And we come back, you're
Let them know what's the name of the album while they
Yeah.
on break. Let them know the name of the album. They can check out. They on break.
Sins and Temptations by P90 The Rapper on everything that you listen to music, even YouTube. That one's on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
But hey, for the Midwest, that Nelly
This
Dilemma,
nigga.
that Nelly Dilemma.
I'll give
Nelly
you
had the
that
hits
one.
though.
It don't matter who it is, guy, girl. They hear that, they go grab their shorty real quick, start hugging them tight. I give you that. Bye, man. Let's go to the break real quick, baby. We gonna get right back to this year.
Bow, 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 bow.
And welcome back from a quick little break. Know what I mean? We got our snacks, bathroom breaks, anything that we had to do real quick. You know what I mean? Los over there, someone in the L. I ain't trying to call nobody out. But let's continue on with this shit. Know what I mean? So since we back from our break, we're gonna get into current events. But before we do, we're gonna play another exclusive, The Sin Chaser. Go ahead and check that out. Know what I mean? Let's get this going.
You are now listening to the art.
Turn them shits up.
Sin the Wrath. My bad. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, we gonna light them niggas up tonight. Turn the fuck to a Christmas tree, you know what I mean? Bitch ass don't know if they fuck.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Turn them shits up in my headphones.
Come on, then, nigga, you driving. Backseat driver trying to tell me where to go. He like a human GPS every time we hit the road. Stuff the left side with a blue flag, then we in the ride. Gully got the mag, a couple extra on his right side. Never did a drive-by, so this shit gon' excite me. Hyper than the kid, OG Blackie finna slap me. Handed me the pistol, told me ain't no automatics. Better aim straight, nigga, otherwise we seeing static. I know he meant it, cuz be bout his business. And plus he always use the AK to spray your witness. I'm staying off his bad side, we trying to make the streets light. I hope your mama praying hard, cuz we finna slay tonight. 3 ops get popped, we all got the hit. 6 shots, merging both in weed. 3 ops get popped, shells is on the street. I hope they not coming after me, cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. Cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. Cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. I hope they not coming after me. Pulling on the block right around from street. Everybody load and take the safety off the piece. I peep them on the stoop, I could smell they smoking trees. Marijuana swimming in the air, flowing through the breeze.
Hey.
Everybody pray they accurate before they squeeze. We don't want no civvies, only trying to hit the target. A bunch of niggas in the whip, we ain't no army marksmen. OG tell me roll up slow, so now I get to gassing. Roll the window low before we start to get to passing. Them niggas laughing, ain't even notice we started blasting. Black AK sounding loud as a drum. The Glock on my lap, I was making it dump. Gully on the side, tech making it
Yo,
it
this
sound
is
like
a
Call of
fire.
Duty as we tearing them up. Yeah, cuz right there, roll up slow on them motherfuckers and turn the motherfucking windows
Yo,
down.
that skit right
That's
there.
that's a
in the
banger.
Yeah,
middle of
that's
the
that
song,
banger right
nigga.
there.
That's that
Dog.
banger.
Woo.
Woo!
That's that
Yeah.
heat, yo. Hey,
One day
I
it's
love
gonna get a
that one.
video. One day, even if it's 20 years later, it's
Gotta
getting a
do
video.
a video for
Man,
that.
you
He
can
wrote-
do
he-
that with a
he-
cell phone.
You wrote the
bro.
fuck out that
You can do that
motherfucker.
with a
Pause.
cell phone, bro.
Appreciate it.
For real.
Look at that. Don't better fall asleep on that, John. Look at that.
Hey.
So that nigga zoomed on the blip. Look at that nigga, yo.
Ah.
Might
have to let it squeeze. Whoa, chill, nigga. The fuck?
Pause.
This nigga over here
I
on
pause.
the lean. This boy on the lean over there. But he twisting up.
Yup.
Yo, I made a whole song skip. I was like, damn.
I hope they not coming after me. Cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. Cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. Cause I got ammo, I'ma have to let it squeeze. I hope they not coming after me. Bitch ass nigga, mark ass motherfucker.
I'm trying to figure out if we need to play the whole song or if we just link and play like the first minute of it though.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, we live, baby. We live.
You
Hey,
goddamn right. You right.
Hey yo, I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, like as an old head, and I'm the youngest out of the four out of the group. I'm gonna tell you right now. I appreciate the skits. I appreciate all that, like quick little things as an old head, because back in the days, hip hop had a lot of that stuff,
Yeah,
and
yep,
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
these
So
rappers
that's
nowadays
different.
do not do skits.
Nope.
And for you to
no,
do it, you also did skits, which I want to let y'all know we're gonna end the pod on, which I think is very inspirational, motivational. But at the same time, to put a skit inside of the song, I think that's pretty fine. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah,
as an
I
old
ain't gonna
school
lie.
hip hop head.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
thing
yeah,
came from Eminem because again, I'm a huge Eminem fan and always have been. And Eminem,
hey,
almost every
Smoke
single
one,
album,
look at him.
hey,
almost every single album, it might not be every single, but almost every single album has a skit. Actually, yeah,
yes, it
every single
does.
album, even Infinite
Yeah,
had a skit on it.
yeah,
Like,
it does.
and I love that shit. That was always like when I used to listen to M skits, I used to laugh, bro. Them skits used to be comedy, them skits used to be
Yeah,
dark, them skits used to be like wow. So like that was the thing when I was doing that. It was like, I love skits. I should
heck
bring
yeah.
skits back.
Yeah, yeah. We sure do appreciate that. It just shows how versatile you are, and you saying like how you came up with your hip hop background or whatever, and then to put that old school stuff into it. That's what's up.
Yeah. Also, when you're making a movie out of your music, skits really help people see where you at in the
Yeah,
in the song. Like, you know what I mean,
yeah,
Yeah,
transports
yeah,
them.
and double barrel. You being as a veteran in the game, I've been doing it for a hot minute. What you think as a P90 being a young nigga in the game? You know what I mean? What you think about the song? Any pointers you want to give him?
I like his music
As the
selection.
rapper for one rapper. You know what I mean? Because you're the only rapper in the group. We ain't solidified rappers as you are. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you're the pro when it comes to this.
His beat selection sounded very good. I liked his cadence and his flow. Definitely,
Okay.
I like the creativity of throwing the extra skit inside of the song. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's definitely going to lead you places. And just keep perfecting your craft, man. No matter how well or how good you're doing, you can always do better. But
Never settle.
you're definitely headed in the right direction. Um, you know, just depending on what kind of feel you're going for, if you're going for your single and you're going for something that you're trying to market, always look for your best engineers and mixing and mastering. Now, if you're looking for that grimy and you're just going for your full album and you're looking for that street to take it back to the street, you can go with a little bit of grittiness and just depending on what idea you have for the song and where you see the song going should dictate how you mix and master it
Mm-hmm.
because the best song in the world is going to be shitty if it's mixed wrong, and you
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
can have the worst song in the world sound great if it's mixed right.
Damn right.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
just
feel that.
depending on the situation you're in should dictate where you're going to go with that situation. But you definitely got a good head on your shoulders. And you're how old again?
25.
Oh yeah, you're definitely in a good position to put, you know what I mean? This is the prime of your year. So I say put out as much music as possible, shoot as many visuals as possible, create your YouTube channel, keep something in these people's faces at all time. Like every day, you should have some sort of content that you're drawing
Mhm.
these people in. Have something like whether you're selling shirts, you're selling hats, you're selling cup holders, you're selling keychains. You know what I mean? All the
Well,
way up.
just I don't mean to cut you off though, Barrel. Just to give you a heads up, I know you came in a little bit later. He is a rapper. He also has a podcast where he talks about anime, comics, and all that stuff. So he does have a couple of lanes that he does venture in
Oh
and
yeah.
trying to
Yeah,
promote.
platforms.
So just
Well,
giving you a heads up, yeah.
have you affiliated yourself with any of like the Comic Con type deals to where you go and you set up a booth and have people come through? Because these days, where you're going to win is most people have realized that you're not going to win and become a multi-billionaire off of music. It's the different streams of avenue that's going to make you rich. The average millionaire has 7 different streams of money coming in from different factions. So make yourself marketable. Have something that
Mm-hmm.
you can do that you can sell. about yourself, whether it's you're selling yourself as like a greeting card, like you're selling yourself saying, hey, this is P90 and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas or a happy birthday or da 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 da. Charge that through Cameo, or have your comics out here that you're selling. I always find something to sell about yourself and that you can make more of. That way, your revenue, and you can take your money from here and invest it here, and take your money from here and invest it there. And there's a lot of stuff that right now that I wish I'd have known when I was younger, that I believe that would have put me over the top in several situations. And I just love to see young niggas such as yourself out here blossoming, going out here to get it, because it's out here to be God, man.
Oh,
Damn right.
Facts.
Man,
There you
the
go,
gym.
man. Look, that's $1 billion worth of game right there. Straight
Yeah,
up
yeah.
from Ray Charles. Eyes closed and everything. He's spitting game. He don't give a fuck. He gonna let you know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. So we gonna get into the next spot real quick, and we gonna talk about, because I always, and I really do stress really hard for the fans to give us a topic to speak about, right? So if you don't know how to communicate with us, we're going to let you know right now. You go to Facebook, These Ninjas Podcast. That is a page. And we also have a group. If you go on the group, we will listen, comment, like anything that you post. So if you have any ideas of any topics that you want us to talk about, we're going to go ahead and do it. So one of our fans, if you follow the page, you can go ahead and look her up. Her name is Teresa, and she go ahead and gave us a topic that she wanted to talk about. Now, out of respect for her, I'm going to go ahead and read the exact comment that she made on our page. And this is what she says. Again, Teresa Lawson. How do, quote unquote, because that's what she put, certain Fortune 500 local companies get away with not putting POC, if you're not familiar with that term, means people of color in management? I think this should be brought up in the next podcast. Maybe tag the NAACP in the comments. So that's exactly her full statement that she made on the pod. So the page. So what do you guys think? I mean, I'm going to go ahead and straight up say, I think definitely there's not enough people, POCs, people of color in place of management. I think it definitely is a white world. I mean, but it also it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of us that aren't qualified for the position. A lot of us are maybe have the experience, but we're not getting the education. We're not doing what is properly needed. So does anyone or anybody in this topic want to speak about it?
If there's anything I've learned working in retail, it's that you can get both the experience and the knowledge if your bosses actually want to give it to you and you want to learn it. Because although I hate the way they do it now, they got trainings for everything. And if you pay attention to any of those trainings, you can cuz really still got a Christmas tree up in his crib, man. I'm sorry, I just had to point that out. Weezy 2020.
What a Christmas tree.
Who got Christmas tree?
Smoke one.
I got Christmas.
Shit.
I expect it, but goddamn, bro.
What are we?
Nah, we ain't took that mug down.
Wait, last day April. Go ahead.
All right.
Nah, we ain't took that mug down.
But yeah, I think that but I think the reason that they don't is because one, they still don't trust people of color most of the time, and two, most of them bosses is just white people, and they help each other out before they help us out. It would have to be black people who believe in black people, or Spanish people who believe in Spanish people, or just people of color in general who believe in people of color to help and fucking give those other people of color management positions. I mean, look at it's the same way that the government works and shit like that. Like all those positions of power, it's just white people putting their family members in there or putting their friends in there. Like every time we see a black person get in a position, it's celebrated highly. Why is it celebrated? Because it doesn't happen a lot. And most of the time, they just do it for the look. Like they put them into power so they could be on an article, be like, yeah, we got some black person in legislation. Then 6 months later, you're gonna find their body in a ravine. God forbid for the next person who get up there, but it's the truth sometimes. Like there was that one woman, I think she was she got some type of something in law enforcement or an attorney or something, super powerful, really good, got a position. And then forgive me if anyone remembers this. I don't remember the actual name and stuff. I don't really look at the news that much, but I do remember seeing it. But she ended, like, they found her dead body in a river. I think it was the Manhattan River or something. They found somebody fucking body somewhere, but they was
who
for
they
someone
want
in a
to
position of
silence,
power.
they literally find them in the river. I mean,
Yeah,
whoever
so
they
it's
want to
like-
silence. I mean, I ain't trying. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just
It's
telling you,
true,
it's just
bro.
so weird and random that every
always a
time that
river.
somebody needs to end up being disappeared, either they died in some type of jail facility, or
the camera
in the
broken.
river, or in the river. Yeah. Cannon broken. Yeah, so randomly. Oh, I don't know. It was under for maintenance for that day. Just so happened.
Yeah.
Oh, the guards were sleeping.
You know what I mean? And I know our king of conspiracy, Loso over there. You know, he definitely got opinions on that. But you know, I just want to say, even me as a non-conspiracy theorist, it is a weird thing that everybody ends up in a river.
But I say it's the buddy system, actually. So from, I guess, my experience, you would see people of color, you know, they might ask about it, or they might not even know that they're qualified to do it. And it's more of the bosses or whatever coming around being like, you know, hey, I think you're selected for, you'll be a good person for this job, which is usually somebody that they fool with. And that's usually how businesses go in a downward spiral, is because it's all picking friends, and then a special treatment and all of that. And at the end of the day, the people aren't being taken care of, just, certain ones. So to Teresa, it's a slippery slope whenever you say that, because some people, like Joey said, are not qualified, but then there are people who are qualified that do ask about it, and they might get the whole runaround. Well, you might have to quit to come back to get this job because you're already here, but the person coming outside of here with the qualifications that you got,
I mean, his shit's slid off, but basically, I mean, I feel him. That's a valid point, though. The buddy system is a thing sometimes. Like, you can be qualified, and then the motherfucker will turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, like, I mean, I know you just got your certificate for that and whatnot, but they just hired Jason from down the street, and I just can't give it to you, bro. Jason from down the street ain't even get to the interview process yet."
No, he didn't have. He didn't have a ride.
I've also seen it where the buddy system is wild, as far as one doesn't have a college degree that went to school for that position, does their job, knows what they're doing, to somebody that doesn't have a degree in that but does their job, knows what they're doing also. So that's also kind of wild.
Well, you know what happens with that? It's the payment part, because when you come in with a degree, I'm not saying you have to, but there's a thing of most of the time you will get paid more because you got that piece.
You're more valued.
Yeah. You know why though? Because they look at you as, if you have that degree, whether it's 2 years or 4 years, they figure that, you know what, you gave up that 2 years or 4 years of your life. You actually did what you needed to do to actually get that degree. So you were committed to something, and you actually completed your commitment. You know what I mean? So that's why they do give you a little bit extra money when you do have a degree, even if you've never worked a day in your life. But to me, in my opinion, I think you got to have a little bit of both. I think you got to have some type of experience. But even if you have that experience, you should also look into educating yourself in the book smarts, because you have to have experience, but you also have to have that book smart that you'll be able to handle both sides of the situation. Because come on, man, you're telling me that adding extra education, extra training, it's not going to benefit you at the end of the day. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it go both ways. Go ahead.
I got a
Yeah.
thing for that real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're right, but the thing is, it's also, I'm not saying this as a whiny thing. I'm saying this because it's genuinely true. But America isn't set up. Its education system is almost not set up to, unless you have mad money and you're paying for like the top schools, to allow you to get your education and like intern somewhere to get that pre-experience. It's hard to get that experience and the education at the same time, because that's basically what you would need to get your job the second you get out of college. You would have to be able to intern for however long you might need to intern for that experience while getting your education. So the second you're out that door, when you go fill out an application, you could be like, hey, bro, I've already been working with like Microsoft for 2 years while I was in college doing interns, so I know all the business. But it's hard for people who are struggling to get into community college, who just make it into named colleges, unless like you got the bread and all that support.
I mean,
so, like, you're right.
I get what you're saying
America
too, but you know,
up.
your rebuttal to that situation would be that, you know, let's be honest. I met you in a retail setting. When it comes to management, me and you are both we have past experience in some type of retail management. So I don't know about you. I could definitely speak for myself. I have seen somebody come in to my job, come in higher than me with zero experience, but because they had 2 years of college degrees,
yeah.
and you know what? It don't even have to be a top tier college. It's literally a community college. Where I live in Connecticut, right? So I'm going to give you an example of my local, and you know, P90 will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's Norwalk Community College. I could literally have 2 years of that, right? And then go somewhere and they're going to pay me way more money than me, who, you know, let's say I worked in somewhere from the bottom and I worked my way up. You know, they're going to get that person with a degree, 2 years of community college. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it helps to have both, because now you say you have this degree, right? And the person with no experience is getting, you know, I'm throwing a wild number, $22, right? They're just getting that just for being assistant store managers of any store they could be. You know what I mean? And they could be more or less depending what state you live, right? And then next thing you know, you can say, well, okay, 22, I appreciate that, but now I have experience. So what else are you going to throw on top of that? You know what I mean? So that's why, to me, I feel like if you have a mixture of both worlds, you know what I mean? Street smart, which is experience in what you've been doing, with a combination of education, I think that it goes a long way. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, I think a little bit of this and a little bit of that'll take you a long way. It just depends on the situation, because a lot of it, you know, as well as I do it here in America, a lot of that shit is family orientated, you know.
Yes,
pigment of your skin.
And, you know,
come on, man.
He's married to my cousin's aunt, and you know, she asked me for a favor, and you know, I'd say that's probably 87% of American jobs are got by people who they already know. You know, almost like the Rooney Rule in football. Like, you know, we got to interview people, but we already know who we're going to pick.
So, I definitely feel you guys on that. But, you know, I mean, we got a lot of topics to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and segue into another topic real quick. So I don't know if you know, but you guys know, we had a crazy topic in the headlines, right? We've been hearing about this whole called Johnny Depp and his girlfriend. They've been going in courts. They've been having crazy videos. There've been a lot of transcripts transpiring. I know, double T with that words, going on with this situation. So does anybody want to, first of all, this is all facts. Is there any facts that anybody want to put into this situation before we start giving our opinion? And basically, they've been going to court. I've watched a couple videos where Johnny Depp is literally saying, and I'm not using his exact words, right? But basically, this fucking bitch done fucking shitted on his fucking pillow where he fucking sleeps. That is disgusting, okay? Then he beats the fuck out of him, and he's just there chilling, okay? And there was one account where he literally says, like, he sits her down on the bed, and I guess, again, I'm not using the exact words, but he sits her down on the bed and tells her, listen, bitch, I'm leaving you, okay?
Yeah.
Do not follow me, okay? He proceeds to leave. She gets up, right?
Yeah.
Punches him in his fucking face, okay? Johnny Depp literally, okay, holds himself, says, did you have enough? She says no. She punches him again, okay? After that, Johnny Depp takes the fucking punch, grabs her, sits her down on the bed, and tells her, I am going to leave. Please do not follow me. And clearly she does. So that's all the information I have on this situation. Is there any factual information that you guys want to bring to the table before we get into our opinion?
It would be some factual information that I'd have hit that bitch with that Undertaker choke slam immediately.
But no, there is. So I know exactly what you're talking about because he actually has that recorded, so they brought it up on the trial. While the recording is playing, it's not an actual video recording; it's just audio.
Yeah.
They ask. I guess the lawyer had asked her the question of why she punched him. Her fucking answer was, "I didn't punch him. I hit him."
I hit him.
What is the fucking difference?
Assault.
Yeah, you just admitted you assaulted him, so.
You didn't jump up I think, she should have jumped off the top.
Yo, and on the whole shit on the pillow part, she admitted that, or they got texts of her talking to her homegirl, laughing about that shit.
In the scat? Ew.
Yeah, talking about she shit on his pillow, and they're laughing about this. Like, yo, this woman is super toxic. Like, Jada got these women out here acting a fool.
Oh my God! Here you go.
No telling what she's telling her friends, and there's no telling what she's telling her friend.
Blame it on Jada.
If that's what she's telling him, and that's what she's telling the world, can you imagine what them group texts look like, man?
Man, for real.
I'll tell you right now, look, this, when it comes to history, and I'm not saying in a bad or good way, I'm just stating what I'm seeing. When it comes to history, women have extremely a lot of power right now.
Amen.
They can do whatever they want. Nobody's judging them. Megan Thee Stallion literally lying all over the place, getting sympathy from everybody. Nobody cares.
I've been saying bad bullshit
cool
on her.
So that's why I say, and like I said,
look like when our guest look when I said that.
No, again, I'm not trying to segue into that. I know I'm the king of the segues, now me, but no, that's not where I'm trying to go.
But I mean, if like, I'm not gonna say one or the other is not toxic for each other, because still it's still an ongoing trial or whatever like that. But what I can say is, she wasn't hurt by what was going on, but he was, and nobody actually knew the facts of what has been taking place up until this moment, as some of the stuff is already starting to seep out. So everything that he had going on with his money and all that is on hold and been cut off because of
he been Will
accusation.
Smith before Will Smith.
Basically, as of an accusation. I mean, like, think about that. How much money he's lost up till now that he could have had.
The movie deals.
Yeah. Like, just think about that. And I'm not saying that he ain't had no part in nothing like that, but like,
I mean,
nothing
he's
happened
got
to him.
evidence. They got evidence that he really didn't do nothing but try to walk away from the situation. As far as we see at the moment,
there's already a petition open up right now. They have a petition for her not to be in the next
Aquaman
movie.
That's what they said. They say they have a petition. A lot of people are signing it. They don't want to see her in the Aquaman 2. So
I just really
mean,
hope that with the evidence being shown against her, that the court takes all of that shit into consideration and see that she's really a, you know what I'm saying, not really a victim in this situation.
Do you think they will?
That's why I said I'm hoping.
I think she'll get a slap on the wrist.
We see what we see. We see through this bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. You know, every 5 of us that are here right now, I feel like all 5 of us can see through the bullshit. But the problem is the courts. Whatever they see and they decide, that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, to make it clear, we're not attacking women. Just to make that clear.
No, we're not. We're just saying that this is the 2 different things that we're seeing and everything like that. Yeah. I mean, since we're talking about the top topics, what's going on, we might as well talk about the most hottest topic out in anime. And basically, there is nothing hotter right now. Let's be honest. I don't care who you are, who, what, where, how, why. I don't care if you've been watching anime from the 80s or you just started watching like a week ago. Everybody knows the hottest anime in the game right now is Demon Slayer. So since we have P90 The Rapper, an expert in anime, I just want to get his ones and twos and what you think of Demon Slayer.
The anime right now. So
that shit fire. And
is
no
it
pun
a fad?
intended.
Is it a fad or is it gonna stay?
Nah. That shit gonna stay until the very last chapter of the all right.
The manga.
Wait, are you a manga reader? We gotta let the listeners know. So we understand. Okay, so since he's a manga reader, you understand that he knows more than what the average viewer, what we actually watch is totally different than what the actual manga reader reads. I always tell like my son, I don't want to say, but my son definitely reads the mangas, and I tell him all the time, don't tell me. I don't want to hear it.
Don't worry. I ain't going to spoil nothing. I'm just going to say this shit going to be
spoiler
fire
alerts. I can put that in the comments. No spoilers. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'll put that in the comments. No spoilers.
I mean, it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler if you haven't watched it anyway. So,
well, I'm assuming everybody watched it. So go ahead.
I mean, up until the Mugen train, or up until the end of the red light district,
the entertainment district.
Yeah, that up until that shit's been fired. The newest season was fucking great. I love the animation of it, and finally seeing Uzui fucking wild out the way he does, even with his fucking lingering one arm, like that shit, absolutely beautiful, absolutely wonderful. They did their fucking thing on that motherfucking on this season. Like, anime is gonna be really good, and it's nothing but greatness coming. Like, the only thing that I'm worried about the end of it, really, I don't know how the fans are gonna receive it. I know I didn't receive it that well, but that's really it. It's gonna be a 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna say anything about the ending. I'm just gonna say I just wonder how people receive it. That's it.
So basically, everything when it comes animated wise, as a fan, I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I extremely hate that they kill off Rengoku. I'm like you don't understand. I'm livid.
That was fucking sad.
I don't understand why they did that.
I cried.
They put all the effort, that energy. The nigga had that potential to be a character that was gonna mentor Tanjiro into the going into what he's gonna be. Kind of like when it comes to One Piece, where you have Riley mentoring Luffy into being the next Goldie Rogers. You know what I mean? So that's why I figured like they fucked up with that, right?
Then I felt keep going.
Then I felt they semi fucked up by actually destroying the entity of losing his arm. I really thought that's fucked up. They could have left him in one piece. Whether it been some type of like healing magic or anything that would have brought his arm back, I would have really appreciated if they did something like that. That's just my opinion as a fan. I'm also one of these fans that I don't like when there's change, kind of like when it comes with One Piece, where Roronoa Zoro lost one eye. I really did not like that. He's still doing what he's got to do, but I really don't like when it comes to change. I'm just a hardcore livid fan when it comes to stuff like that. What do you think?
All right. I'm gonna respond to the first complaint of yours. The reason they killed that nigga off is because he is said to would have been the strongest Hashira if he had any more training past that. He would have been the strongest. Literally,
what's wrong with that though?
What's wrong with that is the whole piece of this anime is just pure despair. Like the biggest thing about this show is just feeling like they cannot win. If we keep Rengoku alive, they're gonna win. They're like, there's a really, really good chance that they're gonna win. But
Rengoku's ain't even that strong. Let's be honest. Tanjiro is a sun breathing. Sun breathing, which is the original form. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling everything, so I'm gonna put super spoiler alerts. But sun breathing is the original form when it comes to Demon Slayer. Like,
this is true.
Do you understand? This is the strongest form. This is where everything derives from. So basically, Tanjiro is the GOAT. He is like the Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. He is like the a Goku of this
I gotta
whole situation.
I gotta kind of agree with Joe's, because right now Tanjiro has what, 2 forms? He's got the water and
he can
fire.
mess around with water and fire.
He could do whatever.
So I mean, but he ain't learned how to
original
control it yet. So right now, once he learns how to really use his breathing techniques, he's gonna really be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let me also say this: all this shit is happening in like a year or less than a year. Okay, so the demons have limitless. They basically have limitless powers. They said that during the Rengoku fight, that their strength can just keep going.
They don't really
up.
tire out.
They don't. Yeah, they don't tire out. So they're just getting stronger. The more that they devour, the stronger they get. The more moves and the stronger they get. So no matter what, there's that issue right there. They're pressed for time, and even then, like, it's just, there's certain things I can't say, but once you get further into it, you'll kind of understand why everyone just keeps dying and why they made it the way they did. Like they're trying, there's something that they're going for here, and like once you get to the end, you'll be like, it still sucks, but everything makes a little bit more sense. Like, it's gonna hurt. They're trying to go for some pain, and you're gonna see the pain that they go for. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if Rengoku was alive, and if Uzui didn't lose his arm, and if they did happen to make it to the end, the ending wouldn't turn out the way it turned out. I promise you that.
Oh, wait. So are you confirming that he's not able to grow his arm back? Because you're saying that if it wasn't for him losing his arm, it wouldn't be the ending that it wouldn't be. I mean, again, I don't know nothing about the manga. I don't read manga, but based on your comments, that's what you're saying?
Do you want a small
you
detail about Uzui?
You said what you said. So if it concerns that topic, I mean, you already said it, right?
As far as that topic is, cuz basically retires because of that arm. He's not getting that arm back.
Okay, that's gonna make the whole show interesting. You know,
yeah, he's not coming back to the. Look at the cat. The cat making
because
a guest appearance.
To me, killing off. I hope I agree with you with the whole Rengoku thing, because to me that is the second worst thing when it comes to anime. Because to me, the number one worst thing of all time when it comes to anime, I don't understand the creators of One Piece. Why would you kill off Ace? Like, I kid you not. That is, every time I watch that, and every time I literally shed a tear, because how in the world could you get rid of him? Like, again, I'm not a manga reader. My son is. He done told me, trust me, trust the process. I'm not a Sixer fan. Fuck the Sixers fan. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? And since we talking about Sixers fan, you know I'm the king of the segues. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We gonna get into sports real quick. So just in case, P90, in case you got to go, you want to let the fans know any way they can reach you, comment you, see your information, your podcast, when it comes to your music or anything else that you do, please let us know right now.
Literally, if you just search P90 The Rapper, P90 THE Rapper, anywhere on Google, all my shit gonna pop up, whether it's the Twitter you want to follow, whether it's the music you want to listen to, it's on every platform, whether it's something on YouTube you might want to see, whether it's the podcast, you'll run into it. But if you strictly want to go straight to the podcast, that's Get Your Nerd On with P90. If you want the music, just type in P90 The Rapper in your iTunes, Spotify, and bump that shit. Sins and Temptations out now.
Hell yeah.
All right. So in case you need any links or any way to contact him, like I said, just follow us on Facebook. These Ninjas Podcast, the page and the group. Go ahead on the group, and we're gonna be sharing all the links where you can go ahead and reach P90 The Rapper. Like I said, he is. I mean, not like I said, Loso said, he is the original person who put the original first intro music for our podcast. I appreciate you being a fan from day one. You helped us out when nobody else believed in us. Like I said, thank you for the appreciation and everything. But like I said, in case you decide to leave or anything happens, you never know. Because we are about to get into sports. And since Double Barrel is the king, and with Smoke One, the professional that played in college athlete, we gonna get our sports on. Like I'm not shooting. I just want people to know these are two professionals. We got Double Barrel, who literally follows everything when it comes to sports. He's the pro when it comes to that. And let's be honest, out of all of us, you are the only collegiate athlete out of all of us. Yeah. So, am I wrong or right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
You right.
Okay. I'm not sure that I'm giving you props. Come on, man.
I appreciate it.
That's all right.
Put you up in there, real quick. Now, I mean, so you know how the playoffs is going. You know, P90 left real quick. We're gonna talk about this. Yo, Double Barrel was going out with the first round. Yo, this shit is crazy in the NBA.
I'm just loving
how do you feel with the 76ers having that what's it called? Joel Embiid, he's out. He's out for the season.
Because they're bogus. I mean, they're completely bogus.
James Harden, the Beard can't handle it?
I don't think the Beard's been able to handle it any of this time, and I don't know anybody who
I said the same thing.
Thank you.
I mean, he's not built for it. He's one of those regular season players that does great. And then when it's time to come for the playoffs, he lays down every single year. I mean,
not only him, but Joel Embiid does too. Them niggas both. That's why I even said it when we gave our little.
And Ben Simmons is the only player in NBA history to be swept in 2 consecutive games.
He wasn't even in the Brooklyn series.
I mean, it's just
how does it even count against him? He wasn't even in it. He was on the team.
He was on the team.
He was inactive. He was inactive.
New Jersey.
But he's still on the roster, though. He's still on the roster.
I give you that. I give you that. He was on the roster.
He's on that roster. When you look him up, it's gonna pop up.
The last 2 games he's been a part of, he's been swept for. He's ultimate loser. And Kevin Durant is one of the best skilled players ever, but he's not a leader at all. I mean,
I've said that too.
He's a sidekick.
I mean,
neither is Kyrie. Kyrie isn't a leader neither.
Thank you.
Him and Kyrie are better skilled than LeBron and Dwayne. And
Kyrie wouldn't even have a ring if it wasn't for LeBron. Come on, let's be honest.
LeBron and Dwayne win. And
Kyrie he wasn't with Dwayne. Was he?
Kyrie never played with Dwayne
Wade. No.
What I'm saying is,
they did. No, they did.
I'm saying Kyrie and Kevin Durant are better skilled than LeBron and Dwayne ever were, but
in their specific positions, you're 100% correct. But the thing is, LeBron is all around. He could play
you
all
also
positions.
got,
None of them could say that he could do the same thing.
LeBron beat
Dwayne Wade won a ring.
LeBron beat that same Celtics team that the Nets got swept by himself.
Yeah, but
LeBron,
also you also gotta remember that Dwayne Wade won 2 rings without LeBron James too.
It was one. It was one. It was one.
He didn't win one. I thought him and Shaq won
one. Him and
I thought him and
Shaq
Shaq
won. That's it. That's it.
But
him and
Wade
Shaq
didn't win
won
one
one.
after. He didn't win one after LeBron left. Okay, but still, he still won a ring without LeBron.
They're
One
still
with
not
Shaq.
as skilled as Kevin
and
Kyrie
he was
and
robbing to Shaq. Come on, let's be honest. He was robbing to Shaq.
But it don't matter. It don't matter.
It does matter because it matters if you carry a team or if you are a Robert Horry. Robert Horry got 7 rings being a sidekick.
Bus driver. You got to be the bus driver. Kevin
But
Durant,
you think LeBron carried a team though?
He did.
Who?
LeBron carried several.
Dwayne Wade.
But when he won a championship,
listen,
when he won a
Dwayne Wade
championship,
couldn't handle the whole season. His knees couldn't handle the whole season.
Carried that whole team that year he won the.
Thank you.
In Cleveland,
Dwayne Wade couldn't carry the whole season with his knees. He had to rest his knees so that when it came to the playoffs, he did what he did. I mean, I'm not an expert. I never played any collegiate basketball, but I'm just saying my IQ is telling me that that's exactly what happened. I mean, come on.
James carried that whole Cleveland Cavaliers team to a championship when they were down 3-1, and he went and made that smack on Iggy, whatever, at last play where he blocked damn Iguodala and came back.
Even if you look at Iguodala, he literally got an MVP for stopping LeBron James. Come on, man, explain that to me.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying.
LeBron has carried whole teams on his back, and Kevin Durant can't do it with Kyrie.
And that's all I'm saying.
He can't do it with Harden. He can't. The only way he was able to do it, he had to have Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, and Draymond Green.
The only way KD is a champ of anything is having PDPs. Tell that nigga to brush his fucking hair and tell that nigga that had all the little PDPs come out his goddamn head. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing that nigga had a little ball spun on the top of his head.
Got the hockey stick feet, man. Dude's feet is 25 inches long.
Oh my God. I mean, like, yo, what's the point of quote unquote being the greatest NBA player right now in the game? And look what happened. You out the first round. Swept with a broomstick.
Consecutively.
Broomsticks.
I mean, he's consecutively getting pounded.
With Kyrie. What's your excuse? You got Kyrie.
Hey, look, we can at least say they made the playoff because the GOAT didn't make the playoffs.
Bro, Kyrie wasn't even tired. How much did he play? How much he played?
Kyrie won the championship with LeBron. Went to
but I don't want to hear from Brooklyn. There's no excuse for Brooklyn not to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's
Where's
my
Bron
opinion.
at? Where's
There's
Bron at?
no excuse for KD and the Brooklyn Nets not to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They had Kyrie, one of arguably one of the greatest point guards in the NBA, rested. Are you telling me they couldn't make it to the Eastern Conference Final?
Where to go at? Where to go at?
I just
where to go at? Because at the beginning of the season, we all agreed that the GOAT was going to be championship status. So
hold up. I'm gonna put it out there, just as a put it out there. Yes, they did lose and they got swept. Kyrie and them did, but we could also use the same argument as it does go to LeBron sometimes as well. They didn't have time to mesh well this season because he didn't play that much with them. So we could also use that argument too, but they did get swept, and there is no excuse for that. There is none.
Bro, there's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
When you claim to be, and like I said, I'm going to repeat this. When you claim to be one of the greatest point guards in the NBA history, there is no excuse for you to get swept in the first round. It took LeBron umpteenth years for him. I don't even know if he even got swept. I'm not even going to look. But if he did, it's guaranteed 10 plus years that he got swept. Like, come on, man. Kyrie Come on, man. You're telling me he claims to be better than any player. He claims that LeBron couldn't get his championship in Cleveland without him. And all of a sudden, he gets swept in the first round. And again, I'm not saying anything about claiming LeBron's legacy or anything. I'm just claiming when it comes to Kyrie Irving, he claims that he's such a great athlete, but by himself, he hasn't proven it. And if he has, give me the stats that prove me wrong.
He hasn't proved anything that he can't win with anybody but LeBron. He went to the Celtics. He went to the Nets. He's went everywhere and lost.
Even without Kyrie, without Kyrie, he lost. So we got to think about that too. So they needed each other. There was the Batman to the Robin and Robin to the Batman.
But again, let's go back. How many rings have Kyrie had without LeBron? 0.
None.
Donuts.
Yeah, no.
How many rings does LeBron have without Kyrie? What is it? 2?
3.
Okay. So 3 actually. Yeah. 2 in Miami, 1 in LA. So I'm just saying, like, one person had a bigger impact than the other in each other's career. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get caught up in all that stuff and everything. I just want to talk about the NBA playoffs. Who are your shining lights?
Right now,
John Morant right now.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you. I was trying to talk about John Morant. Let's talk about Tennessee. Let's do this.
He held his nuts and then dunked on dude and made a poster of him.
Come on. Yo.
For the ages.
He'll give you the argument right now that if he continues his path, he'll be the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah, he's already
in Tennessee history.
Now.
Memphis Grizzly history, he's going to be one of the greatest
point
guards of all time.
He's better than Derrick Rose right now, is what I'm saying.
Right now? Better than Derrick Rose? That was the only person to stop LeBron from his
Derrick Rose wasn't a shooter, really.
He was destroying the competition when it came to MVPs.
Yes, but
Derrick Rose the only one to stop LeBron. And you're saying John Morant's going to be better than that?
D Rose never took his team in the damn playoffs like the way John Morant's taking over either.
No. I'm just clarifying because, like, Derrick Rose, what he did, it wasn't nothing small.
Amazing, but John Morant,
I love basketball.
John Morant right now is setting precedents that nobody has ever done for a man that size.
That's true.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's real. Yeah, he's real.
I give him that.
So,
he's definitely a beast.
I'll say right now, Golden State's playing pretty good ball right now too. So
yeah,
they playing pretty mesh.
I want to see this Milwaukee series.
I don't see them being the favorites.
Milwaukee?
I don't know if they're going to be. Milwaukee might be.
No, what I'm saying is the next series that's coming up, and I'm trying to pull up the information before I start talking out my ass real quick.
Milwaukee series is going to win the East, I believe.
Yeah.
I saw reports, right? That they were saying that
yeah, okay, but he looks that up. Yeah.
Memphis, right? Yeah. Memphis is 3-1 against Golden State.
Yeah.
Vegas has them winning Golden State. I, myself, just saying, based off of NBA, the little experience, I've never gone anywhere pro or anything, never played for an organized situation and all that.
Roll on, nigga.
I'm just saying, Memphis is going to win. I picked them to upset Golden State. I
wouldn't say that because it's hard to beat somebody like multiple times. Yeah, it's hard to beat. Like, just think about the football season.
That's a dynasty. You're playing a dynasty there.
Did 3-1 in the season.
Yeah.
Memphis had 3-1 record against them in the season.
It's hard
to talk about how
and one of those losses has Steph and Clay both in the game with Draymond.
But you're looking at a team that has perennially won for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One-
I don't
it's
care.
not gonna be.
one-
It's not gonna be
one
easy.
season of-
That's for
one
I'm
sure.
not
season of
from
wins.
Tennessee, whatever, but it sounds like I'm the only one in this group that is rooting for Memphis to win this
No,
shit.
Nah,
Memphis
we're
don't
for
we're not
win this
arguing.
shit.
Nah. We
Nah.
rooting for Memphis, but we're
just
Okay,
keeping it. We
okay.
keeping it a bean. We keeping
I'm
it a
about to
bean.
say-
We know
Keep it
his
a book. It's hard to
experience
beat
at
people
this. The
multiple
Nah.
playoff
times.
is a different animal.
Anytime you see
Playoffs
Stephen,
is a different
anytime you see
animal.
Steph and Clay on the other side, you're in trouble.
All right, I'll
Period.
shut up. Go ahead.
Period.
Y'all give me an extra period. I've been talking too much. Go ahead.
I mean, but even in sports though, like if you have multiple series, the person that usually won out the most during the season usually loses in the playoffs.
I
Not
don't care.
not
I
all the
don't-
time, but most of the time it happens like that. So
I don't
it's
care how many times the Chiefs beat Tom Brady during this season. And to
Exactly.
play in the Super Bowl, you're gonna go with Tom Brady.
yep.
Okay.
That's true. That is true.
Well,
So
yeah,
that's
like we've been
the-
saying, Steph
that's how I
Curry
feel
and
about
on
the
playoffs
Warriors and the Grizzlies.
is a different monster, and we've all seen it for the past 10 years. Steph is nothing to play with playoffs.
Yeah.
He's done it by himself while his
Yeah.
team's been injured, where he has just certain pieces. He's
Yeah.
done it with a
Well,
full
he's here.
squad. He's done it with a half a
Draymond's
squad.
here. Everybody's here, man.
Babyface assassin.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a great playoff series, is what I'm
Yeah.
hoping for.
Yeah,
But-
everybody's here.
But
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as Memphis just really just dominating, I don't see it like that. We are from like Joey said, we are from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Us, but that's all my whole thing is like you can't keep like put your full blessing on one team just because they won out the most during the season. I mean, because we already know that Clay was injured most of it, and then we know Draymond was injured some of it,
All
and then
right,
we
that's
know
enough
Steph was
depth
injured
for
most
it.
of it.
Let's
So
get
they
into
haven't been
meat
playing
and
together.
potatoes. I want to get into something juicy. I want to
Yeah.
talk shit about somebody. Well,
What you got?
give,
What
give
you
us
got?
some- I want to talk crazy about somebody. Fuck some sports. Let me talk crazy about somebody, Joey PC. What
Go
you got?
ahead.
Who you
What's in
got?
your mind? What's in your mind? I don't know. Give me somebody to talk something crazy about.
Oh,
Somebody
hell.
talk crazy about. So I'm gonna tell you about a trend that's been going on around TikTok. This is off the top of my head. I ain't writing nothing of this down, and I'm really curious to know what Double Barrel really thinks about this.
Shoot, tell me.
So there has been a trend, right, that everybody feels so bad for Will Smith. So, right, they're going around, fucking bitches over left and right. And they're saying they're doing it in honor for Will Smith. How do
What
you
you
feel
mean?
about that?
What you mean? Hold on, give me an example. What you
I'ma go
mean?
get-
Whoa,
I'm gonna go get me one and listen to the new Future.
Hey, Future came out. That's right.
I'm gonna go
He
get
did
that.
come out.
I'm gonna go pump. I never liked you, and go do me one for Will.
Yo, I don't know about you, but my favorite chat for I'm that nigga. Hey,
I'm that nigga. All
I'm
the
that
time.
nigga.
Hey, he's talking
Yeah.
that cash money shit.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm on. I'm gonna go do it
Jada-
for Will.
Jada
With the
done
Future boy.
unleashed the beast out.
Hell.
Future out,
Oh
nigga.
my God. You
Will
wild.
got married. He's miserable. Johnny Depp got married. He's miserable. Future's having a wonderful life.
Hey, he's wonderful. He ain't tied down. He living the life. I mean, like, come on, man.
Yo.
I think
Yo,
the best
Joe.
thing. I think the best thing was Sierra leaving that nigga, cause he became a monster after that.
Heck yeah.
Hey, that's
Yo,
the
Joe.
album, right? So supposedly they're saying that this is a prelude, and then Monster 2 is dropping in a week or two from here.
That's what I hear.
I
We'll
can't
see.
even wait. I can't even
We'll
wait.
see.
You know, I'm
I'll
a
be back
Future.
again, and I'll do another one for Will with Monster playing in the background.
What you said?
You say you want to talk shit, right? You want to get into
No.
this, right?
No.
You want to get
Listen
into
to this
this?
nigga.
Ooh, I'm ready for this. Yo, so we
No,
talking
it's
about,
about time for smoke to go.
Smoke
Oh,
was
nigga,
that he
leave.
leaving. So
Nah, I
say
got
we
to
talking
in a
about that
minute. I gotta go to work.
bullshit, and we talking about Future, and you know how he says he rather chill with Jada than fucking Will Smith, because he one of them type of niggas too. Anybody got one of the craziest shit you ever done with a chick? And I'm gonna go first. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
What you mean?
So I met this chick, right? Long time ago, from a friend, right? At this time, I had no whip, no nothing. So I asked my boy, one of my neighbors, if I could borrow his moped, right? So I'm driving with a moped. I'm gonna pick this chick up because they told me to go holler at her, this, that, and the third, right? So when I get there, I didn't even know what race, anything. I'm just showing up as a blind date, right? It ended up being one of them little pogs, you know what I mean? A little white girl, you know, got their booty, this, that, and the third. So we driving this, that, and the third. I pick her up. I said, we're going, she said she hungry, right? So I go to the drive-through, right? I'm like, yo, first of all, I don't even know this bitch, right? So I'm like, I order my usual, right? I get a double,
number 5.
double quarter pounder with cheese, you know what I mean? The usual, right? For her, I didn't even ask her. She got her little helmet on. I'm straight. I straight up and order her a cheeseburger Happy Meal. You know what I mean? So we get to where we get to, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna disclose, but you know, it's undisclosed location. So we get to where we get to. She got her food and she's like, why'd I get a Happy Meal? I said, be happy I even bought you anything, you know what I mean? So that was one of my fuckery days. So then we go ahead and do what we gotta do. We smash, and she mad because I fucking bought her a six. I said, look, son, first of all, you lucky I got you the mighty meal. I could have got you a 4-piece. Instead, I got you a 6-piece, so you could be happy about that. She didn't like that response about that shit. So you know what I mean? I took her back home, and I never met her since. So since we talk about fuckery shit, anybody got there?
Yeah, I got you a couple. Let me start off with one. One time we used to have these Spanish parties. The Spanish niggas used to have parties up at Ridge Top, right? And around the corner they used to have the washroom, right?
The imports.
In the washroom they had the washroom dry. So I talk his chick to walking around to the washroom with me, right? Well, it's all glass windows that's going around the washroom. Well, I ain't paying no attention. I'm talking cash, da 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 da. She let me talk shit to her. So I pull down a little pants or whatever, put her up on the washing machine. I'm smashing, boom, boom, boom. I keep hearing something like, go, go, go. I ain't paying no attention, right? I'm looking. The blinds is open in the damn washing machine, and the whole party is inside looking at me, cheering me on. Go, 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 go. And I'm like, man, y'all some perverts.
Wait, before you even say anything else, let me guess. The people that were looking there were white folks.
I don't even know.
Only white folks be the type of
party
to do that shit.
He had a Spanish party. What you
damn, bro.
Yeah.
Here we go. Another party experience. We had a party experience. I got my nigga Cordon with me, and he keeps running up on this other nigga because the other.
Hold on, Cordon Blue, right? You done mentioned that nigga name before. He a rapper too, right?
He running up on me about, you know I always wanted her to be my girl. Girl. I'm standing in the spot. We talking and blah blah blah. Well, everybody in the spot's like, man, have you seen bro? Have you seen bro? I was like, nah. So I go look at shit. I go back around the house. This nigga's got the bra bent over on the thing. So I'm like, damn. So I run up on him. This bra grabs my meat and gets the inhaler. So I walk inside because we rode with 2 white dudes. Rest in peace, Chris Slusher. Right.
We
back here. We
recorded. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Chris is back here getting served, and he's done stripped down butt naked. But he's not no regular dude, and he said, "Oh, my boss died. I'm going to come." We are back here rolling.
Yo, I'm out.
Oh, this nigga jump shit.
I'm talking about it was a classic moment, unlike another. He's like, "Oh, my balls, they're getting tighter. I'm going to come." It was definitely one of those just I couldn't believe it moments.
Yo, you wow, bro. You wow. You ain't got a name drop niggas, bro.
Here's the last one. I'm giving you the last one for the night. Okay.
That's just
So,
for the night.
here's one. So there's a very talented lawyer that's in our town right now that she's a lawyer, right? I'm dating a chick at the time, right? So she tells me on the phone the night before, she's like, "Yeah, I've always had this dream of, you taking me in the stairwell and da 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 da." So, like I said, I'm a high school student. I'm like, "Yeah, but we can happen." So this day she wears some jogging pants. So in fifth period, she sends me a meet, telling me, "Hey, meet me at the top of the stairwell." So I'm gassed. I run up there. Shit, I put her hands on the wall. I get the beat. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't paying no attention. The only thing I hear is, "Oh my God, I think I'm going to throw up." So when I turn around, it's my cousin, her best friend, and my actual girlfriend.
Don't say no names, nigga. Don't
So I
say no
turn
names.
around, pull up my stuff, and run downstairs, right? So I hurry up and got downstairs. So when I get downstairs, they're changing classes. As they're changing classes, I notice I can see people talking and they're looking at me and they're whispering, and I can see it spreading like the plague. And I'm like, "Oh shit." Then finally, this white dude runs up on me, cocks his hand back, and said, "Dude, you're my fucking hero, dude." And I'm like, "Oh man." So I go to the wall. This bitch pulls up on me and says, "Derek, what are we gonna do?" I said, "I'm going to class." So I go to class and I think it's all good. Man, at sixth period, they call me, talking about, "Tell Derek Dow not to go home, but to come to the office before he goes anywhere." Nigga, I get to the office. My stepmama's in there. Both of her parents are in there, and their head faces
Wow.
and their faces are the shade of Joey's shirt because the daddy is the county commissioner and the mama is the state gun agent.
Oh, this guy.
And they were trying to lead on like they wanted her to say that I raped her. She's like, "No, no, it was nothing like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course it was nothing like that. Nigga, I'm Derek Kyle. I got to do all that." Anyway, they made
This is wild.
they made us serve IFS, and but wouldn't let us serve it the same day.
I can't breathe.
Well, she ended up going to school here for college, and for years I would go like to the open door, and people would be like, "Wait a second, so you're Derek Dow, dude? Do you know that you're a fucking legend at TWC? Like, there's literally a legend about you, and I didn't know you were a real person."
Oh shit!
And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah.
Like, "So you and," I was like, "Yeah, kinda." And they're like, "Wow." So my actual wife is an attorney, right? So we end up.
Whoa! Don't get out too much personal information, yo. Chill.
So we walk into court with my actual wife being an attorney,
Chill.
and then my ex-girlfriend being an attorney, and it's all three of us in court just looking, and I'm just mobbing like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm that nigga."
This nigga's stupid.
Yo.
That's 100% true story. If you never heard it, you can ask around. There's names, places you can ask.
No, I already know, nigga. I've been around some of the stories.
Yeah.
Just look at the billboard. You can look at billboards and figure it out.
Nah, listen, I just want to say this podcast is about four of y'all from Tennessee. I'm from Connecticut. I don't know nothing about this. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, and I just want to make sure y'all hear about this. So we gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm out.
You know what I mean? These Ninja podcasts, I appreciate, like always, special guests coming through. P90 the Rapper doing what he does. and we out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Holla at
sir.
you. You're.
You're